Have you ever faced a challenge, something so big, so daunting, that just thinking about it, like really confronting it, just stops you, freezes you right there?
Oh, yeah. The feeling.
That kind of, deep dread where looking it in the eye feels like it would literally turn you to stone.
Absolutely. It's a very human thing, that paralysis.
Well, today we're diving deep into one of the most iconic, most powerful stories from Greek mythology, the story of Perseus and Medusa. Now, on the surface, it's this epic adventure, right? You've got this terrifying Gorgon, snakes for hair, a look that petrifies.
Instantly.
And then there's the hero, Perseus, destined to face her. But here on the deep dive, we're going beyond just the thrills.
Right. We want to dig deeper.
Exactly. Our mission today is to really unpack the profound psychological stuff woven into this ancient myth. This isn't just about a hero slaying a monster.
No, not at all.
It's really an allegory, isn't it, for our own struggles, confronting those deep fears, those scattered thoughts that can just trap us.
It's fascinating, really, how these ancient narratives, they just keep speaking to us millennia later. They're not just stories.
Yeah.
They're almost like maps for the human psyche. They offer these incredible insights, into the battles we all fight inside.
Yeah.
And exploring Perseus's journey, it gives us this unique lens, maybe even a kind of shortcut to understanding our own internal knots and maybe, just maybe, how to start untying them.
A shortcut. I like that. Like an ancient instruction manual for tackling those inner demons.
Yeah.
So let's start peeling back the layers. Let's go right back to the beginning, to a story born not really from courage, but from a king's deep, deep fear. Okay, so our story kicks off in Argos. Ancient city, powerful ruler, King Acrisius.
Right.
Now, Acrisius, he's got power, he's got status, but he's got this one major anxiety, this constant worry eating away at him.
The heir problem.
Yeah, exactly. He desperately needs a male heir to carry on his line. He has a daughter, Danae, apparently very beautiful, but back then, a woman couldn't rule.
Nope. Strictly patriarchal.
So the pressure for a son is huge. It's everything to him, this obsession.
And this worry, this obsession, it drives him to do what many did back then when facing uncertainty. He goes to the Oracle of Delphi.
Ah, the Oracle. Always pivotal.
Always. He probably went there hoping, for good news, a prophecy about a future son, glory, all that.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
But what he gets isn't just bad news. It's devastating. The Oracle tells him flat out, no son for you.
Ouch.
And then the kicker, his own grandson, Danny's child, is destined to kill him.
Whoa. Okay, that's intense.
Intense is putting it mildly. And
Yeah.
this immediately throws us into that age-old question, doesn't it? Fate versus free will. How much control do we actually have?
Is it all laid out?
Acrisius's reaction is so human. It's not acceptance. It's, okay, how do I stop this? How do I outsmart destiny? He immediately tries to seize control of the uncontrollable.
That's such a key point. That instinct to fight fate, even when maybe you can't. So Acrisius, he doesn't just sit back. He thinks, right, I can fix this. He hatches a plan, a pretty extreme plan. He builds this massive tower. Some stories say bronze, some say ivory, but the point is, it's impenetrable. A fortress of isolation.
And locks Danny inside.
Locks his own daughter away. His logic seems almost simple, tragically so. Keep her away from all men. She can't have a child. No child, no grandson.
Problem solved. Prophecy averted.
In his mind, yeah, done deal. He thinks he's rewritten the future just like that. DNA's just locked away forever.
But fate often has other ideas, and so do the gods, especially Zeus.
Zeus, never far from the drama.
Never. So Zeus, up on Olympus, he sees Danae. He sees her beauty, her isolation, and he's captivated. Acrisius' tower, that's not really a challenge for the king of the gods.
Just a minor inconvenience.
Pretty much. He doesn't smash down the walls. He does something much more mythic. He transforms himself into a shower of gold. Pure, shimmering, liquid gold.
Wow, okay.
In this form, he just flows into the tower, bypassing every lock, every guard Acrisius set up, and, he conceives a child with Danae.
So much for the impenetrable tower.
Yeah, exactly. And then Perseus is born, a demigod, half mortal, half divine.
Which must have sent Acrisius into a whole new level of panic.
Oh, absolutely. Total horror. His plan didn't just fail, it spectacularly backfired. The grandson prophesied to kill him. Not only exists, but he's part god.
Making him potentially way more dangerous.
Way more dangerous, unpredictable. It's like his attempt to dodge fate just made it worse, more potent. It's almost ironic how trying to avoid something can actually bring it about.
It really is. That fear driving the exact outcome he feared. So Acrisius is stuck again. He's got this demigod baby, his daughter.
What now?
He considers killing them.
Directly.
Yeah, but he hesitates. Killing his own grandson, especially one with divine parentage. He's afraid of Zeus's wrath. You don't mess with Zeus lightly.
Good call, probably.
So he comes up with another plan, another attempt to sidestep destiny. He builds a big wooden chest.
Not another box.
Yep, another box. He puts baby Perseus and Danae inside, seals it up, and casts it out into the sea.
Just adrift. Again, thinking out of sight, out of mind, out of my destiny. Pretty much. Problem hopefully solved, version 2.0. Let the sea take care of it.
But Zeus isn't done intervening, is he?
Not by a long shot. Zeus watches over them. He makes sure the chest doesn't sink. It just floats, guided perhaps.
Oh.
And get this, he apparently ensures they have enough oxygen inside the chest to survive the journey.
Eternal oxygen. Okay, divine perks are pretty good.
Definitely helps. So after who knows how long at sea, the chest washes ashore on this island called Seriphos.
Seriphos, okay.
And they're found, rescued by a fisherman named Dictys. Turns out he's the brother of the island's king, Polydectes.
Connections.
And so Perseus grows up there in this simple, humble life, working as a fisherman alongside Dictys. He has no idea about his divine father or the prophecy or the destiny waiting for him.
And this is where it gets really interesting, doesn't it? Acrisius back in Argos thinks he's safe. He thinks he dodged the bullet.
Totally oblivious.
But destiny is just simmering. It's unfolding in this completely unexpected place, shaping the hero, getting him ready. It's like the more Acrisius tried to control it, the more elaborate fate's actual plan became. That illusion of control just keeps crumbling. So Perseus and Danae settle into this quiet life on Seriphos. It sounds almost peaceful for a bit.
For a bit, yeah. But peace in mythology, often temporary.
True. So the king of Seriphos, Polydectes, Dictys' brother, he notices Danae.
He does more than notice. He becomes quite infatuated with her.
And Perseus is now, what, a young man?
Exactly. He's grown up. And he's not just any young man. He's strong, incredibly agile, has that sort of heroic quality, that readiness for action, maybe a bit protective of his mother, too.
And Polydectes sees this.
He does. And he sees Perseus as an obstacle, a major inconvenience in his pursuit of Danae. He's wary of this young man with, hints of something extraordinary about him.
Sees him as a rival? Maybe. Or just a complication.
Both, I think. A rival for Danae's attention, maybe even a potential challenge to his rule down the line. This kid isn't ordinary, so Polydectes needs him out of the way.
Which leads to a classic mythological setup, the scheme.
A very treacherous scheme. Polydectes decides to throw this huge birthday bash for himself, an island-wide celebration on the surface. But there's a condition. Everyone has to bring a gift, a really impressive gift, to show their gratitude and loyalty.
Okay, so the rich guys show up with
horses, cattle, gold, jewels, the usual lavish stuff to impress the king.
But Perseus, he's a fisherman. He doesn't have that kind of wealth.
Exactly. He's got nothing. He's put in this incredibly awkward, publicly humiliating position, which is precisely what Polydectes intended.
The trap is sprung.
Perfectly. Polydectes then, seeing Perseus empty-handed, makes this suggestion, almost casual but incredibly cunning. Hey Perseus, since you can't bring gold or horses, why not bring something truly unique, something legendary?
Oh boy, here it comes.
Bring me, he says, the head of Medusa.
Just like that. The head of Medusa. The monster no one can even look at.
The very one. A task universally considered impossible. Suicide, basically.
And Perseus, what does he do?
Well, maybe it's youthful pride. Maybe it's the shame of this situation. Maybe a desire to prove himself. He accepts. He says yes.
He agrees to bring back Medusa's head.
Wow, it's audacious.
Yeah.
And from Polydectes' view, it's brilliant. It gets rid of Perseus as a rival for Danae, and it sends him on a quest that Polydectes is absolutely certain will kill him. Win-win for the king.
Okay, so Perseus, our young fisherman hero, has just signed up for Mission Impossible. He needs to find and defeat Medusa. But the real kicker is, he has no idea where she is, or how to fight her. How do you even start something like that? What strikes you most about this impossible challenge he just accepted?
It's the sheer unknown, isn't it? The absolute void of information. It's not just go fight the monster. It's go find this mythical creature whose location is secret and whose primary weapon turns you to stone on sight.
Yeah, step one is just finding her.
Exactly. And Medusa isn't just any monster. She's one of the three Gorgon sisters. Her hair is snakes, her gaze is petrifying, and her sisters, they're immortal.
Immortal bodyguards, great.
And her lair, it's hidden. known only to a few gods or maybe some ancient beings. It's described as being at the ends of the earth, way out near the land of the Hesperides.
Isn't that where Heracles went for one of his labors?
The very same, his 11th labor, getting the golden apple. So we're talking seriously remote, seriously dangerous territory.
So the challenge is, find this hidden lair at the edge of the world, get past her immortal sisters, and somehow defeat her without looking at her.
Precisely. It's not just a test of strength. It's a test of intelligence, resourcefulness, cunning, and maybe getting some serious help. The mental overwhelm, the sheer dispersion of thought trying to tackle that's a paralyzing Medusa right there before you even start.
Okay, so Perseus is facing this wall of impossibility. He's agreed, but how does he even take the first step? He has no map, no special gear.
He's completely out of his depth. Human limitations are starkly clear here.
But this is Greek mythology. And when heroes hit these absolute dead ends,
Divine intervention often steps in. Help arrives.
and for Perseus, the first crucial guide is Athena, goddess of wisdom.
Athena plays a huge role. And her help isn't just, giving him a magic sword right away. It's strategic. It's information.
What does she tell him?
She reveals that the Grey, these three really ancient sisters, kind of creepy, they share one eye and one tooth between them.
Okay, yeah, I remember them grim.
Grim, but useful. Athena tells Perseus they are relatives of Medusa, and crucially, they know her secret location.
So Athena points him towards the intel source, not the target itself yet.
Exactly. Wisdom isn't always about the direct solution. Sometimes it's about knowing where to get the key information.
So Perseus has to find these Grey first. Another journey.
Another journey. He tracks them down to their desolate lair, and he watches them. He observes their ritual, how they pass the eye and the tooth back and forth.
He doesn't just charge in.
No, he's clever. He waits for that exact moment when the eye is being exchanged, when neither sister has it, and swoop, he snatches it.
Bold move, and suddenly he has all the leverage.
Completely. They can't see. They're helpless. And again, notice he doesn't fight them physically. He uses observation, timing, intelligence, wisdom's tools to get what he needs.
So he bargains with them. The eye for Medusa's location?
Precisely. He holds their sight hostage until they spill the beans. They reluctantly tell him Medusa's lair is far away, in the confines of the world, near the Hesperides, just as Athena hinted.
It's smart, non-violent, uses their weakness. Foreshadowing, maybe?
Definitely foreshadowing his approach to Medusa herself. It's about indirect strategy, not brute force.
Okay, so now he knows where to go. It's still a massive journey.
A huge journey. Across lands, seas, it takes incredible determination.
But when he finally gets there, to the edge of the world, the real problem hits him full force. How does he actually do this?
Right. He sees the lair, he knows Medusa's inside, probably with her immortal sisters.
Yeah.
Direct attack is suicide. Looking at her is suicide.
He needs more than just directions now. He needs superpowers, basically.
And this is where the other gods step up big time. It's like the ultimate hero support package delivery.
Who contributes what?
Athena, continuing her support, gives him her shield. But it's special. It's polished to a mirror finish.
Not for blocking, then.
Not primarily. It's so he can see Medusa's reflection without looking directly at her. A way to see the danger indirectly? Genius.
Okay, that solves the petrifying gaze problem. What else?
Hermes, the messenger god, fast and agile, lends him his wing sandals.
Flying shoes.
Nice. Gives him incredible speed, flight, essential for getting in, maybe getting out quickly, especially with immortal sisters around.
Good point. Escape plan needed. And who else?
Hades, god of the underworld. He lends Perseus his helm of invisibility.
The cap of invisibility. Makes him completely unseen.
Completely invisible. The ultimate stealth tool. Element of surprise, guaranteed.
Wow. So he's got a mirror shield, flying sandals, and an invisibility hat. That's a pretty sweet loadout for a hero, don't you think?
Oh, absolutely. He's geared up. It's like the divine equivalent of special ops equipment, perfectly tailored to the mission's unique challenges.
But even with all this amazing gear, he doesn't just barge in, does he?
No, and this is important. The myth says he takes time outside the lair. He polishes that shield meticulously, making sure it's a perfect mirror.
Preparation.
And patience. He waits for the right moment. Maybe when Medusa is asleep, vulnerable, less guarded. He's not relying just on the magic items. He's using strategy and timing, too.
So he puts on the helm, the sandals, slips inside invisible.
He finds Medusa. Seeing her only in the shield's reflection, he positions himself carefully behind her.
Nerve-wracking.
Absolutely. And then at the critical moment, as he raises his sword, some versions say Athena actually guides his hand. A final bit of divine assurance.
Making sure the strike is true.
Exactly. And Perseus, looking only at the reflection, brings the sword down. He decapitates Medusa. One clean strike.
Without ever meeting her gaze. Done.
Done. It's a victory, yes, but it's a victory of careful preparation, strategic thinking, divine assistance, and crucially, that indirect approach. Wisdom over brute force.
Okay, so we've followed Perseus through the whole quest. The prophecy, the plotting king, the impossible task, the divine help, the final strike. It's an amazing adventure story.
It really is classic hero's journey stuff.
But now, let's do what we do best here on the deep dive. Let's pull back from the literal and look at the symbolism. What does this all mean?
Right, because these myths, they're not just history lessons or fantasy tales, they're mirrors. They reflect deep psychological truths about us.
So if Medusa isn't just a monster out there, what is she in here? Inside us?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? And the interpretation is powerful. Medusa, with that paralyzing gaze, she represents our inner fears.
The big ones.
The big ones, yeah. The traumas, the deep-seated insecurities, the things that literally stop us in our tracks, that make us feel frozen, static, unable to move or change.
Turn to stone, metaphorically.
Exactly. The source we looked at had that great example. The childhood dog bite leading to an adult freezing up completely whenever they see a dog. They know they should move, but they can't. The fear paralyzes them.
That makes so much sense. We all have those triggers, those things that just shut us down.
We really do. Everyone has a Medusa or two inside, right? That specific fear or memory or belief that prevents us from breaking through barriers, from growing, from tackling what life throws at us. It's that internal stop sign.
And what about the snakes? The hair made of snakes. That's such a vivid image.
It really is. And symbolically, those snakes represent something just as paralyzing, our own mental activity, specifically that intense negative circular thinking.
The mind chatter.
Exactly. That constant loop of self-criticism, worry, replaying mistakes, imagining the worst. It just goes round and round like snakes writhing.
Gets you stuck in the same place.
Precisely. And it connects to that idea of scattered thoughts, too. It's not just one negative thought, it's a whole nest of them, pulling your focus in all directions, making clear, decisive action feel impossible, overwhelming.
Like trying to untangle a knot of snakes.
A perfect analogy. The source mentioned how relationships can stagnate because we get caught in these loops, criticizing, blaming, replaying old arguments. You try to move forward, maybe take a small step, but the snakes, those habitual thought patterns, just pull you right back.
Petrifying your progress.
Exactly, petrifying progress. So it's a double whammy. The core fear itself, Medusa's gaze, and the mental chaos surrounding it, the snakes, both keep us stuck.
Okay, so if Medusa is this internal complex of fear and negative thoughts, how do we fight that? We don't get magic items dropped off by Hermes.
No, we don't. The myth tells us we have to cultivate those magical weapons within ourselves. They're metaphors for inner virtues, mental tools, psychological strategies.
So let's break down that divine toolkit again. But this time, what do they represent inside us? Starting with Athena's shield.
Okay, Athena is wisdom. Her shield, highly polished, reflective. It symbolizes wisdom not as an attack, but as defense. It's about using knowledge and insight to protect ourselves from being overwhelmed by fear.
And the reflection part.
Crucial. It means we often can't face our biggest fears directly head on. That's too overwhelming. It petrifies us. Wisdom suggests an indirect approach.
Like the swimming example you mentioned. Don't jump in the deep end right away.
Exactly. Start in the shallow end with support. Take small, manageable steps. Look at the fear indirectly, through reflection, through understanding, through strategy, rather than just staring it down. Wisdom allows that calculated distance.
Makes sense. Okay, what about Hermes' winged sandals? Speed, flight.
Hermes represents agility, movement, maybe even communication. The sandals symbolize the need for continuous, flexible progress. It's not enough to just take one brave step and stop. You need sustained effort, the ability to keep moving, adapt, not get bogged down after the first try.
Keep the momentum going.
And also timing, like Perseus waiting for the right moment. The sandals represent finding the opportune time and way to address our challenges. Not always confrontation. Sometimes it's finding a moment of vulnerability in the fear or clarity in ourselves. Agility and approach.
Got it. And Hades' helm of invisibility, that one feels really deep.
It is, I think. Hades is the unseen, the hidden depths. The helm represents the ability to become invisible to our problems, not by ignoring them, but by not identifying with them.
What do you mean not identifying?
When we say, I'm anxious, or I am incapable, or this trauma is me, we merge our identity with the problem. We become the fear.
And that paralyzes us.
Totally. The invisibility is about creating detachment. It's recognizing this fear is something I experience, this challenge is something I face, but it is not the core of who I am.
Separating yourself from the issue.
Exactly. It's like saying, this problem, this fear, it won't define me, it won't catch my essential self. It's a profound act of reclaiming your identity, which frees you up to act on the problem rather than being consumed by it. It helps quiet those scattered thoughts because they aren't you.
Wow, that's powerful. Okay, shield for wisdom and directness, sandals for agility, timing, helm for detachment, non-identification. What about the sword? The thing he actually uses to cut off the head.
And this is maybe the most critical part. The sword. It wasn't given by any god. It's Perseus's own. That symbolizes our own personal will, our determination, our inner resolve. You can have all the wisdom, all the agility, all the self-awareness in the world.
All the therapy, all the advice.
Right. But ultimately, the decision to act, the drive to overcome, the fundamental will to face the fear and cut through the paralyzing thoughts that has to come from within you, it's the spark that ignites everything else.
No one can give you that.
No one. So the myth is saying self-mastery is this blend. Wisdom, agility, self-awareness, yes, but they're all powered by your own unwavering will to succeed.
That framework, thinking of the weapons as inner virtues we cultivate, that just completely reframes the whole story. It makes it so much more applicable.
It really does. It shifts from ancient adventure to modern psychology.
And what happens after he defeats Medusa is also symbolically huge, right? The head itself.
Oh, yeah. This is where it gets really mind-bending, like you said earlier. Medusa's head, the ultimate symbol of paralyzing fear, the thing that turned people to stone.
Becomes his greatest weapon.
Exactly. He puts it in a special bag, the caduceus, and later uses its power to turn his enemies to stone.
So the thing he feared most, once overcome, becomes his power source.
Precisely. It symbolizes that our greatest fears, our deepest traumas, once we truly confront them, integrate them, understand them, they don't just disappear, they transform. They become sources of incredible strength, resilience, wisdom.
Our overcome obstacles become our assets.
You got it. The very thing that could have destroyed you becomes a tool you can wield for future challenges. It's proof of your journey, your strength.
That is such a powerful, optimistic twist, actually. It's not just about surviving the fear, but gaining power from it.
A transformation of threat into capability.
So Perseus, now armed with this terrifyingly useful head, makes his way back to Seriphus.
Yep, flies back on his winged sandals.
But things aren't quiet back home, are they? Polydectes hasn't been idle.
No. He finds his mother, Danae, is basically in prison. Polydectes, assuming Perseus was long dead, is now pressuring her, trying to force her to marry him. He's got his soldiers with him.
He thinks he's won.
He totally does. Until Perseus shows up. Right in the nick of time, classic hero style.
And the confrontation?
Perseus confronts Polydectes and his whole assembly. Polydectes probably scoffs, disbelieving, and Perseus just reveals the head.
Pulls Medusa's head out of the bag.
Yep. And bam! Polydectes, his soldiers, anyone allied with him, instantly turn to stone, frozen mid-threat.
Wow. Uses the conquered fear to defeat the tyrant who sent him to face it. Poetic justice.
Very much so. He saves his mother, defeats the villain, using the very weapon the villain intended to destroy him.
So now Perseus could technically rule Seriphus.
Right.
Right? He just took out the king.
He could, but interestingly, he and Danae choose not to stay. They leave Seriphos, perhaps recognizing it wasn't his true destiny, just a stop along the way.
Right. His path lies elsewhere. Which brings us back eventually to Acrisius, the guy who started it all with his fear.
Perseus goes on, has more adventures, famously rescues and marries Andromeda.
That's a whole other deep dive.
Definitely. Founds cities, becomes a respected figure, and years pass.
Until the Olympic Games.
Exactly. A huge event. All the Greek city-states gather, including Argos, led by King Acrisius.
He has to be there, right, as king.
Pretty much required attendance. And Perseus is also there, competing, representing his own city now.
And he competes in the discus throwing.
A sport still around today, remarkably. He throws the discus powerfully as you'd expect from a demigod hero.
But something goes wrong.
Something goes fatedly right, maybe. The discus veers off course, wildly, flies into the crowd of spectators.
Oh no.
And it strikes Acrisius. A mortal blow.
Just like that. An accident.
A seeming accident. But it fulfills the prophecy. Decades later, after all Acrisius' elaborate attempts to escape it.
Wow. So after everything, the tower, the chest, the sea voyage, Polydectes' plot, it wasn't a battle, not an assassination.
Yeah.
It was a stray discus at a sporting event.
Exactly. It really hammers home that question. Can you ever truly escape destiny? Acrisius tried everything, moved heaven and earth, literally cast his family into the sea.
And fate just found this completely mundane, unexpected way to circle back.
It wove its way through everything patiently until the conditions were right. It's a sobering reminder, perhaps, about the limits of our control and the intricate, often ironic ways the universe works. Hashtag tag outro.
Wow. What an incredible journey, really. We went from, the literal adventure, the prophecies, the monsters, the magic items, all the way to this really profound internal landscape it maps out for us.
Mm-hmm. It covers so much ground, doesn't it?
It really does.
Yeah.
We saw how a king's fear, his desperate attempt to control fate, actually ended up causing the very thing he dreaded.
The great irony.
Yeah. And how Perseus tackled that impossible task, not just with muscle, but with smarts, with help, with that crucial indirect strategy.
Using wisdom and timing.
Exactly. And then the deepest layer, how the myth just lays bare our own struggles. That battle with paralyzing fear, with those snake-like thoughts that keep us looping and scattered.
It's so relevant. Perseus and Medusa isn't just ancient history, it's a timeless guide. It shows us how cultivating wisdom, that reflective shield,
Right.
and agility, the winged sandals, and that crucial self-awareness, that detachment from the problem, the helm.
Yeah, not being the problem.
Exactly. And powering it all with our own inner will, Perseus' sword, how all that together can transform our biggest fears from paralyzing threats into actual sources of strength.
Turning the monster into the weapon. Incredible.
It's a powerful model for growth, really.
So maybe something for you, listening, to think about as you go about your day. What's your Medusa right now? What's that fear, that old wound, or maybe just that pattern of scattered, looping thoughts that tends to freeze you up, stops you moving forward?
And then, thinking about Perseus' toolkit, what inner weapons do you already have, or could you start polishing?
Yeah. What wisdom, what indirect approach could you use? Where could you be more agile, find better timing? How can you practice that detachment, remembering the fear isn't you?
And most importantly, where can you find and ignite that spark of personal will, that determination to actually wield those tools?
Because maybe the path through isn't always that direct, terrifying confrontation. Maybe sometimes it really is about looking in the reflection, taking that strategic step, being invisible to the problem's definition of you, and having the sheer courage to raise your own sword when the moment is right.